Hello, hello, hello. I'm Marquita Waters, and I'm a singer, a vocal coach, a songwriter, and an author. And I've had decades of experience. I've been on national TV. I've been signed to record labels. So I've had lots of successes. But there's also been problems. I had broken blood vessels, benign tumors on my vocal folds. Doctors even caused a growth on my vocal folds. But fast forward to now, and I'm singing strong in my voice and my life. So I want to give you practical help so that you can discover your voice, unleash all of your singing talent, and not strain with your voice and with your life, because singing is for a lifetime. So I want to help you sing through it all. Let's get started. So I'm going to read for you from my book, I Will Not Grow Weary. Here. And I'm on page 154, The Breath. Every breath brings readjustment for your muscles, opportunity to throw off tension, and preparation for a vocal achievement. So now I have some notes here. And it's number one, I've got 5 points for you. Muscles readjust. So every breath that you take, the muscles readjust. And that's not only just your singing muscles, but your not just your breathing muscles, but also your body. Your whole body can readjust with just that breath that you take and change everything for you. So, a breath can give you just what you need to readjust for that high note. You breathe, you support, and then you sing. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. I was really comfortable, and I felt like I could hold that note, the last note, out even longer because I had taken that breath. But I didn't go. There is a house in New Orleans they call the I'm out of breath. Okay? And I can't go on. But if I'm comfortable, if I've taken a breath, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. I was comfortable and I went all the way to the end, and my muscles didn't tense because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be out of breath. Oh, I should take a quick breath. All of that tension can happen because you really didn't just take a breath. Okay, and it goes with what I just did. You took a breath in the beginning, and now you're at the middle, and you're at the end, and you want to sing that note at the end, and you really don't have enough air to be comfortable. Now, if the other side of the coin is, if you feel comfortable, you've taken a breath, and you can make it to the end of the note, then great. But just don't take chances. Be certain with what you decide to do. When you practice, really be certain there. And like I said, it's okay if you aren't running out of breath. But if you are, isn't it better to take another breath where you can and give that note the support it needs? That's the whole idea, okay? Just really be careful. Okay, and also, that's what you just might need to make that note shine even more than it would have if you didn't take a breath. It's a thought, okay? Number 2, release tension. Going for a note and taking a breath is a fresh start. It releases tension and can offer you a time for a fresh perspective towards singing the song. Okay, and I put something down here. I can't even read my handwriting. Okay, Mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. So now, mothers, tell your children not to do what I have done. Now, instead of mothers, tell you know, the regular melody, I changed it up and I took a nice breath so that I was ready to sing in a different, sorry about that, honey, be ready to sing in a completely different way. Hit a note up here. And because I took a breath, I felt like I could really go for that note. Okay, oh my gosh. All the different breaths help me to phrase the song differently. It can change the feel and add flavor to the song you're serving. Now, you might wonder why I'm doing that song, and I'm going to do a lot of older songs because they're public domain. There it is. Okay? So it won't have any problem with copyright. So, and also, I love some of the older songs. So this song is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me be true, could make me be blue, and even be glad just to be sad, thinking of you. Some others I've seen, didn't take a breath, might never be mean, might never be cross. I wanna be boss, but they wouldn't do. Nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, dear, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Had to be you. It had to be you. So, you know, I really felt different because when I took a breath, I could phrase it totally different. I could bring myself over to the next part in the song without any problem. And I was comfortable. It had to be you. It had to be you. I wasn't tensing or tightening my body. So there, don't hold tension in your shoulders and your chest or abdominals. Don't pull in and don't pull down. Allow the whole body to come out when you take that breath. And, you know, the whole thing is a lot of times you might be tense. Some others I've seen might never be mean. I'm tightening. Might never be cross. I want to be boss. And everything that I'm singing now is just tight because I'm tightening in the shoulders. Maybe, you know, you had a problem in the day. We have to be careful because that tension can come in when you're singing a song. Thought might enter. Oh, dear. And, you know, a breath. Some others I've seen, I don't feel good, might never be mean, breathe. Might never be cross, I wanna be boss, but they wouldn't do. Nobody else gave me a thrill, with all your faults, I love you still. I just feel like flying through that thing. All of the tension is gone. I released it in my body with the breath. I became aware of the fact that I'm tensing. I took the breath in order to release it. Like I said, it releases not only in your singing muscles, but in the body too. And you don't want to pull in here or pull down. You don't want to be pulling down on the rib cage, okay? So now, what do I have? Number three is throw off the tension. Now, this is really important too. Right before you breathe, what are you thinking? Okay? Can, whatever you're thinking, it can make a difference between getting that note or not. Being tense, like I said before, or not. Are you straying and thinking about what somebody in the audience is doing? So now you take a breath and you throw off that tension. So right before you do a note, what are you thinking? Are you thinking, boy, I hope I get that note? No, you've got to think, wow, I'm going to get that note. Oh my gosh. You got to be like a kid that's excited. What if you're on a roller coaster? Think about that. And you're coming down. So much fun. And, I took a breath and I released the tension and I relaxed. I didn't think like I couldn't get the note. I thought of excitement to get that note. And I had enough breath to do it. Okay. And that's from the end of my song, Weary. The same name as this, okay? Okay, use all the knowledge that you've got and also keep a positive attitude. So a lot of the times, you're not using your knowledge, you haven't practiced enough. But after you've done all that knowledge, then you've got to release the tension. Then you've got to go for it. Then you've got to be free to just breathe and then support and then sing out. Okay? I think we're finished with this. Ooh, I'm going to read another part rather. Okay. I keep hitting this poor thing. Breathe with the tempo of the song. If the song is slow, then the breath you take is slow. If it's fast, then the breath is fast. Each breath should have its note equivalency in your mind, okay? Sometimes we think that there is no time for a breath, when there is. By giving the breath a note value, a place in time, you will relax enough to be able to fix it, to fix it in there, to fit it in. It also helps when you have a tendency to forget to breathe. So now, 1, muscle adjustment. Like I said, every breath gives the muscles a chance to adjust. A breath can give you just what you need. Oh, I just read that. Oh my gosh, girl. What is going on with my brain? Okay. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I said that before, didn't I? It's like, duh, I did. All right, now it says pause and insert the book. Okay, there it is. Number 4, breathe with the tempo of the song. So I like to breathe in tempo. It's just, I'm always thinking about the time and singing. And I've got a song for you. Just a short little thing. So always look for the silver lining. So always look for the silver lining. I'm right in tempo. I'm feeling the groove of the song, So now also House of the Rising Sun. Remember how I was singing? There is a house in New Orleans. They call, poor little thing, they call the rising sun. So it's right there in tempo. So when it's slow, you don't want the edge in the song. You want it to feel that flow. Because if you take a quick breath, it's just going to feel that way. You're going to have an edge that you really don't need. So now I'm going to sing in Spanish. Cuando se quiere de veras, como te quiero yo a ti. Es imposible, mi cielo, tan separados vivir. Notice how I'm flowing. I'm feeling every bit of that song. I'm not going, cuando se quiere de veras, como te quiero yo a ti. I feel bad. Es imposible. I feel like I'm going to make a mistake. I feel like it's jerking me. Cuando se quiere de veras, como te quiero yo a ti. I feel like I'm in love. Oh my gosh. It feels so good. And your audience is going to catch that. I promise. Okay? Right in time with the tempo. Woo-hoo. Okay. I always am staying in the groove. All right. Always listen to the drums, not a quick breath. Okay? And yes, exactly. I already said that. It makes you feel tight and like I want to make a mistake. So number 5, I think I have several parts to number 5 and I got to get it. I have several parts, yes. I've got 4 things to share on number 5. You got no time. Okay. We think we don't have time to take a breath, so we don't. Or we have the habit of forgetting to take a breath. And that happens a lot of times. You can get caught in a song and not take a breath. But if you're used to changing up where you take your breaths, you find another place to do it and make it your own. That takes experience, though. I got that experience here, so come on down and, find out how you do that. Woo! All right. Oh, and before I go on, you stayed with me an awful long time, so now I want to tell you at the end, I do have a special, special present, okay? Totally free. I want to give something to you. Okay. So, if we think there's no time to take a breath, we need to analyze that a little bit further because, maybe there is enough time. You just don't realize it. You just aren't aware of it. So, oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Now, I had breath. I had time. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Now, what I did was I took a breath in a different spot and I went right through to the modulation, right through to the next phrase, and I made it my own. I took a breath in a different spot. I took a nice breath and I had enough time to take it, where so many people will go all the way through and then at the end they got to take that quick breath. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. I want to be in that number. Oh, when I am tired, okay? Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints, and normally you just take a breath right there. Oh, when on the modulation. But you can do it differently if you take breaths in a different spot and you take more breaths. And you did have time to take the breath. But a lot of times it's just, oh no. So this is what we need to do, okay? When you forget to take a breath, or when you're just not used to doing it, or you think you don't have time, okay? 1, mark your breathing spots. And I know some of you would say, oh, I know that now. And you're going to go on and sing. You know what you're going to do? You're going to do the same thing you did before. So don't be stubborn. Mark the spot. You haven't done it thus far, so you aren't going to do it. Don't be stubborn, stupid. Do it. Okay. Do I have the right paper? Don't assume you'll remember it, okay? Number 2, read or hum, or do both through your song. Until you get to that spot, again, stop, think, I got to take a breath here, take your breath, and then move on. It's so important that you do this. Number 3 is you can practice the song slower. You can do it a cappella. So you're practicing the song, you come to the spot again. I'm saying this like this is the 3rd time, right? 3rd time's a charm. You stop, you take that breath, and then you move on. But you don't keep going and then say, like I said, oh, I forgot. Don't do that, okay? All right, number 4, if you understand note value, then give it a note value like I said in the book. So a lot of times you might think, oh, that's like a 16th note, when you actually need an 8th. You want to take a nice, long breath, as long as is necessary for the tempo of the song, but put it in your sheet music. Mark it there. Give it a note value, because when you do mark it in there and you say, oh, that's an 8th note, I have to breathe. It has a note value. You're reading it through, and you put that note value, and now it makes more sense to you to actually do it, which is what we want, right? Okay. As you breathe, allow the whole body to relax, because air can't travel in a tense muscle. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. You cannot just take air in and be tight with the body. You'll get some air in, but what if it isn't enough to do that song, to do that note? What if it isn't enough? So you always want to take a good amount of air, and you want to make sure that your muscles, like I said, not only the singing, but also your body is not tensed. Remember, the arms and the legs can hold tension, so how are you standing? Be careful, okay? All right. So it says, follow what I've shared in the video and you will enjoy your singing much more. And so will your audience, because you're going to perform so good. All right. So now I got to tell you that because you've been with me till the very end, I'd like to give you an e-copy of my book. I had it right here, honey. Okay. I'd like to give you an e-copy of this book. I've got so much in here about my life, about singing, about things that happen in your career. And there's these great pictures. Oh my gosh. There's pictures in there too. Yes, there she is. Oh my gosh. There's my sheet music. Can you see it? Oh, Lord. See, okay. So all I can say is you are wonderful. Keep singing. It is so enjoyable, especially when you take breaths and you're free to just soar, to just bring out the notes that you need, okay? Don't forget. You've got to ring that bell. You got to subscribe. And if you want a copy of the ebook, go to marquitawaters.com, fill out the contact info, and in the message write book, and I'll send you that ebook, okay? I promise you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget, marquitawaters.com, and you receive, it's my gift to you. It says, I will not grow weary, and that's true. I will not grow weary, Lord, though sometimes I do. Oh, I will not grow weary, Lord. I'm holding on to you. All that I have experienced, and it's told me, and it's said, and all the problems don't make any sense. I'm holding on to you. Did I just make that up? I did. 'Cause it's such a day, yeah, such a mighty fine day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! Okay, bye-bye. Don't forget, subscribe, ring the bell. Okay. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry, honey.